Alright, so here today we are back over here on Persona 5 The Phantom X. We got some exciting things that I wanted to jump into and sort of talk about. This pretty much confirming like, hey, this is something you may want to do because it's a pretty solid idea. If you're already doing so and so, then pretty much save for this because this is what it will look like in a couple of months. This is what it'll look like pretty much in a couple patches, pretty much the standard banner. And if it's worth it now to start saving for it because the standard banner in this game does get updated, but it doesn't fully get updated. You'll understand what I mean by that. Let's jump into it. New to the channel, like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. Let's hop into things here today. We're almost there to 4.1k subscribers, so consider subscribing. Yeah. Pretty much, though, your current global banner looks like this over here. The standard banner consists of absolutely barely anything. It has Ryuji on there, it has Morgana on there, on there, it has Yao Ling, and it has Nishimori. Pretty much, that's what your standard banner looks like over here on global. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters. In the future, as banners go through, as patches go through, once the conclusion of a patch occurs, where a banner is a standard banner getting added to the game, once that patch concludes, after that, a new character gets added to the standard banner. Our first ever standard banner is coming out very soon, 2 weeks from now, exactly of 2 days from now, when the character launches. Pretty much, it's Minami. She will be added to the standard banner first, and from that point, again, every time we get a standard banner, when that concludes, a new banner, or a new character gets added over here. For now, though, this is what the CN banner looks like, just so if you're curious, so you know this is how their patch looks like. Again, I think it's like 1+ years now that patch is at, but there are patches that will happen here and there that will add characters here, so if you want to save, now is the time to do so. Pretty much we're on CN now over here, or Taiwan. If we were to scroll down over here, this is the banner that is the standard banner's equivalent over there. Pretty much you have these 3 characters that are obviously new, you don't know about them. If you were to look over here, you can verify how many characters there are. So for example, Global had 5, right? This is how many CN has. CN has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... yeah, and then 9. So they get an additional, I'm miscounting 100% because that's wrong, but it's about that many characters, right? How many characters get added? If you're wondering, take a look over here. This is the actual answer. So it's 1, 2, 3, so it's 5 characters. I just miscounted one of them. Pretty much, though, after, again, 1 year of playing the game, that's how many characters get added over here. It's depending on when you want to start summoning. The, again, thought process is fully up to you. First character coming to the standard banner will be Minami over here, and she is a pretty good character. I would say that the best idea, so if you were to look at this, right, Persona 5, let's go 5 stars over here, filtered by. This is a launch one, this is not, this is not, this is not. You can see this is a launch one, not, right, what is it, launch one here, launch one here. You can see there's a lot of limited 4 stars that are, or 5 stars that are there, and there's only, out of all of these, some are launch, and then 5 of them are added to the standard banner. There's a lot to save for. There's a lot of characters here, a lot of limited ones that are really freaking good that exist. Those are the things to pull with your limited pulls. Starting at the point, you won't probably pull all standard banners because, again, they all get added to the standard banner themselves. What's the point of kind of pulling for them? There are some great characters. For example, Yumi's really good. And yes, Minami after a point is super good, but that depends on how you want to do things. The point is, starting after, like, you start being able to clear content, I would say the best idea is to sort of stop pulling with a standard banner and then save for whatever patch you care for when those characters get added in. Like, for example, if you care when Runa gets added in, she gets added in at a later point. She is still a very good character, and still on CN, she's a very good character. When she gets added in, if that's what you want to pull for, be my guest. If Minami is something you want to pull for, when that gets added in 2 weeks from now, be my guest and pull for it. Still a really good character on CN, but she requires a bit of dupes in order to be super insane. Over here, there's also Hashimoto. She exists, also still a very good character. T0.5, which is still very, very damn good. There is also Masaki over here, that exists as well. He also has a T0 rating and a T0.5 rating. There is Yumi over here that's currently rated on T2, T1. These are all characters that exist that are all going to be added to the standard banner. They're not going anywhere. You have a chance now to sort of use your pulls till the point of, hey, now I'm starting to clear content. Do I need to keep pulling it to the standard banner? Do I really care? Like, what am I pulling for? Am I pulling for On? Do I already have her like A2, A1? She's already good to go. I don't really care for Morgana. I don't really care for maybe Ryuji, if that's like a thought process you're starting to have, now would be a great time to save. It would be a good time to sort of say, okay, would I rather pull when Yuma gets added in her patch or after her patch? Would I rather wait until Minami gets added in after her patch? It's fully up to you whenever this is a process you want to start like saying, okay, I now want to pull in these banners and have these pulls waiting for me. But again, there are a bunch of characters that get added in across the time of 1 year. We are accelerated. There's no doubt about that. We're going to get patches a bit quicker. Yes, we're not going to get destroyed, as people are saying. Most likely, they're going to try to team up a few characters here and there and sort of have the patches overlap, allowing people to say, hey, do I want this? Hey, do I want this? And that's going to be the entire thing there. So yes, these standard patches will happen theoretically a bit faster because they're going to be teamed up with limited patches. When the limited character goes live, they'll go live alongside them. In this case where you have Minami going live with Yui, that's going to be a permanent thing happening. And that's going to be a sort of process they go for. So it's not going to stop, right? Keep that in mind. So if this is, again, a currency or a banner you sort of, want to save towards, use your jewels, your premium summons, obviously on whatever limited character you want. And when it comes to a standard character, if you have enough gold cards and you are farming enough gold cards and from first clear content and other content picking up enough, that can just be used elsewhere. And again, it can be used towards those 5 characters that I mentioned. Whenever one of those characters, makes you feel a certain way, then you can be my guest and sort of pull towards that banner. It is, again, fully up to you. It's not just like, let's say these characters are useless, I can just pull with my standards every single day. It doesn't really matter. If that's the way you think, be my guest. There's no issue there. It's not that it's an end all. I need to start saving and I need to go towards these. But as always, I still think that if a standard banner is there, it might be worth it just to invest in a limited banner. In this game, just be aware also, this is a thought process that I wanted to make sure you have. Reruns happen very often. For example, they have like account-specific reruns as well, which are like, hey, your account, started now, you don't have these characters, these exist. They have reruns very, very often. If there is a character that you really like that is limited, they rerun pretty quickly. So skipping an initial release is an okay thing to do. They rerun. I still think that standards, right, for whatever they are, I don't know. I wouldn't say that it's like 100% must to do. They rerun as well. If it's like, oh, I didn't pull her on her initial, I'm not pulling her on her standard. Maybe I spend a little bit of money. It's fine to pull on her rerun. Be my guest. Things rerun in this game very, very quickly. So never feel that you missed out on anything. They'll be back. They'll be back. They have, again, like for example, this is the current main rate-up character, right? This is the standard banner over here on CN, or like the beginner gacha I still haven't pulled on for CN. Over here, this is again a rerun, and then this is I think it's count-specific rerun. They have so many reruns often, you don't have to ever worry if that ever comes down to it. You don't. There is a plentiful amount of reruns. Okay. So with that being said, plan accordingly how you want to pull. If Yui's your type and Minami is the standard character you're saving towards over there, be my guest to do it that way. Again, as patches go through, there are a lot of must-pull characters that exist. For example, Cord, right? A very, very good character. There are things to kind of save towards. There are things to kind of go for, but it is fully dependent on how you want to approach this and fully dependent on how you want to do things here. But I know a lot of players care for the summer characters, and things associated. They're not like the craziest. They're still really good, but players are like, hey, that's all I care for. If that's it, just know those patches are further down the line, apparently, as the Anime Expo convention confirmed. What we will say is, though, save if you want to. Gold pulls, there's a lot to get. There's a lot of one-time, first-time content that you're going to get it from, and a lot of the ones you're going to get it from the monthly shop. So if that's what you're saving towards, boom. Those are when it drops pretty much with each of these patches over here, which, again, they're spanned across 1 year. So just know that now. But, yeah, take care, have fun. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. See you tomorrow.